ABC's Miguel Marquez has the story tonight of a new study to find out whether prayer can actually heal.
The study is funded by the federal government's National Institutes of Health. Marilyn Schlitz is leading the study into what she calls distant healing.
I've been looking at claims made by healers from different traditions throughout history that they can use their minds to influence someone at a distance.
The study's director says it is precisely because so many people believe in it that prayer must be studied.
It's an obligation for science to begin to look, and look critically, but open-mindedly at the possibility that our minds are more powerful than we previously understood.
Natalia Kraft, who has no idea if she was prayed for during the study, says prayers, thoughts, and good intentions have already eased her recovery. Miguel Marquez, ABC News, Marin County, California.
The Achuar peoples are also interesting because they practice collective dreaming. Every morning they wake up and they share the content of their dreams. And they do this because they believe that nobody dreams for the individual. I mean, they have individual dreams, but their larger purpose is to help them understand the collective experience. So a person will wake up in the morning and they'll share a bit of their dream, and then somebody else will share, and somebody else will share, and it's usually the elder of the household unit that then interprets this. And they come up with a collective interpretation of their individual experiences in such a way that they use it to predict their practice. So should they go hunting today? Should they go fishing? Will there be visitors? Should they travel? Will there be danger? These kinds of insights about the future come through the sharing of dreams. So it's not just a luxury to share your dreams with one another, but it's actually a social responsibility.
There is a more profound level of interconnectedness between all people than has previously been understood. And if we can begin not only to document this, but to truly understand it and cultivate it, I think that it leaves us in a position of assuming greater responsibility for our place in the world. Part of our ambition is to broaden the definition of what is science and to broaden the definition of what is possible as scientific inquiry. So rather than saying that we're going to restrict our scope only to those dimensions of experience that we can measure physically, what about really broadening the definition in such a way that we can look at things like love and emotion and belief and the kinds of things that really excite us and make us feel human? How can we study those things using scientific or rigorous methodologies?
I mean, for me, I think that there's just a really compelling body of data to suggest that we can supersede our brain and move our awareness, our sense of self, out into the world in ways that aren't easily reducible to the brain state. And I think that data needs to be accommodated by the neuroscience perspective if we're to have a complete science of the brain as equivalent to the mind. I don't know what it's going to end up with.
See, I hear Marilyn saying something very strong. I hear her saying that brain science has to accommodate itself to other data outside the neurosciences as it's currently constituted to make a true picture of reality.
I think that's right. A complete and integral science has to really speak to the data of everyday experience rather than supposing we can fit everything into a specific
I think she's saying
reductionist model.
Even stronger than that, namely that you can have experiences outside the brain.